got a hood story to tell you. Check it out. Wake y'all game up. Listen. Got the word from the family, said it's all bad. My nigga Louis Bo got hit with the mag. It's time to rally up, gotta ride on sight. And when the job was done, the streets were still on hype. I got another call, my little cousin with the juvie.
Once upon a time, in the rough and unforgiving streets of the city, there lived a young man named Omar. From a young age, he found himself drawn to the allure of the gang life, seeking the sense of belonging and purpose it offered. As he grew older, he became deeply involved with a notorious gang known as the Vipers. Omar was fiercely loyal to his gang, always ready to do whatever it took to protect his brothers and represent his colors. He was seen as a rising star, rising in rank, earning respect and fear from rivals. However, as the years went by, the gang's activities took a darker turn. What started as a way to protect the community morphed into reckless violence and crime. One fateful night, everything changed for Omar. He was unknowingly set up by some of his fellow gang members, who framed him for a crime he didn't commit. Unbeknownst to Omar, he was set up as the scapegoat. The police arrested him. Suddenly, he found himself behind bars, betrayed by the very people he had considered family. In prison, he was jumped and beaten severely by fellow inmates, reminding him of the cruelty that gang life perpetuates. Sitting in that cold, dimly lit cell, Omar's eyes were opened to the harsh reality of the streets. The gang he once believed in had no love for anyone. It was a cycle of destruction and betrayal. During his time in prison, Omar had plenty of time to reflect on his life choices. He realized that his path was leading him to a dead end, and the streets would only bring him more pain and suffering. He yearned to break free from the vicious cycle that had entrapped him. Upon his release, Omar made a life-changing decision. He renounced his ties to the gang and vowed to create something positive from the ashes of his past. With the help of a few old friends who had also seen the light, he founded a group called Youth Against Gangs, YAG. The goal of YAG was to mentor and guide at-risk youth away from the temptation of gangs. They believed that the true path to strength and respect was through education, personal growth, and community support. Omar and his team dedicated themselves to providing a safe space for troubled youth to express themselves, share their struggles, and find alternatives to the life of crime. With passion and determination, YAG began making a difference in the community. They organized workshops, educational programs, and outreach events to reach as many young souls as possible. Slowly but surely, the group's message spread, and more teenagers found solace and support through their activities. As the months passed, Omar's story of redemption and transformation became known far and wide. Former gang members who had seen the error of their ways joined YAG, eager to share their experiences and prevent others from making the same mistakes they had. Despite facing occasional threats and challenges from those still ensnared in the gang life, Omar and YAG pressed on. Their message was one of hope and change, and they were determined to break the cycle of violence and despair that had gripped their community for far too long. Over time, the impact of YAG became evident. Crime rates in the neighborhood began to decline, and more kids found their way back into schools and community centers. It was a slow process, but Omar knew that true change required patience and persistence. As he looked back on his past, Omar understood that the streets had no love for anybody, but he had found a new kind of love through YAG. It was the love of helping others, of guiding the lost, and of giving back to a community that so desperately needed it. In the end, Omar continued to walk the streets, not as a gangbanger seeking power, but as a mentor, seeking to empower the next generation to choose love over hate, hope over despair, and unity over division. Redemption was possible even in the darkest of circumstances. His journey was a testament to the power of compassion, understanding, and the belief that everyone deserves a chance to change for the better. And with each life he touched, Omar's commitment to the cause grew stronger, knowing that he was now a beacon of hope for those who once thought there was none.